So, it's obvious that you guys work together. It's no, it's no secret to anybody. I don't know why you're trying to conceal that, but there could be a reason why, and that's because once people realize who you really are, Hilder, they're gonna wake up. More and more people are waking up to the fact you are a pedophile protector, along with all of your cronies. What? You guys commit horrible crimes against children. I'm not saying you do it personally, but you are somebody who helps the program. You help the program, which is the largest money-making program in the world. One of them is child sex trafficking.
Drugs and arms and child sex trafficking and the whole pedophile issue and pornography and XXX media. Anthony, the reality is that's what's going on in the world today.
This is absolutely, totally insane. Not only insane, but absurd. I don't know what kind of drugs you guys are taking.
Anthony, that's very nice. Just stay with the focus fact. Stay with the argument. You could stop the slander, the libels, you and your colleagues and cronies have consistently rendered against me since 2007. Okay? Let's just get down to the basic facts. You're not going to
talk me down.
All right, listen, guys.
You're talking yourself down, Hilder.
If you would like to have a conversation, you'll talk 1-to-1.
Very good point.
Not 2-to-1. Not talk over. But let's talk facts. Ted Gunderson, head of the FBI in Los Angeles, Dallas, and Memphis, was in fact under the guidance of J. Edgar Hoover, the head cop in the United States. You were saying to me that I am some agent of the Central Intelligence Agency, which is the enforcement arm of the Council on Foreign Relations, the very organization at 58 East 68th Street in New York City, which I first linked to the Illuminati in 1967. That's history. That is history. You can go to the history books and find that out. I would not be I would not come up and expose myself as a member of the Council on Foreign Relations when I despise the Council on Foreign Relations, when all of the films that I have made expose the Council on Foreign Relations. That's what I do. And I have done it for many, many years.
Anthony,
you've written a good book. You have written a good book on viruses.
Anthony, I've written many books. I've written several good books. But when you asked me for another interview on chemtrails, when I had previously given you already 3 interviews on that subject, and you really didn't want to talk about the great news that could set humanity free, which is the musical issue of 528 frequency and my latest work in that field. You didn't want to deal with that. You just wanted to deal with, again, the chemtrail issue.
And 528 frequency, Lynn. I don't know whether it's something out of your imagination, it's something you made up. I have no idea what the 528 frequency is all about.
Well, then you might want to withhold your statement.
So far as interviews, I've done several interviews, although they're not long in length, but maybe 2 or 3 minutes, with Dr. Lynn Horowitz. And I never, ever said that why would I say that I would be, tell you that I was in the Council on Foreign Relations?
I never said that. I don't know. I don't have any idea. I have no material evidence to make that statement.
We just said you were a member of the CIA, which you have told many, many people for many years until you decided to change.
Well, the Council on Foreign Relations, the Council on Foreign Relations,
you're trying to distance yourself from the CIA, Mr. Hilder.
Excuse me. The Council on Foreign Relations is the guiding light, although it be the Illuminati light, of the Central Intelligence Agency. You said that I was in the Central. I told you I was in the Central Intelligence Agency.
And others.
Many people.
No, I'm asking Lynn. Lynn, can you speak for yourself rather than have...
Yes, as a matter of fact, we were right next to Maureen Solomon Kennedy for the Health Freedom movement. She was sitting at the table in his restaurant when I first met you. I walked up, you introduced yourself, you shook my hand, you began to explain your background, which included a CIA agency commission, as well as now a bullet hole in your chest that you're denying.
No, I have a bullet in my body. I was shot.
That's what you told me. Yes.
And,
now, thanks for admitting the truth.
Because you denied it on a panel at the conspiracy conference. You denied it when we asked you point blank. You told us, Mr. Hilder, you told Len that you had a bullet hole in your chest, and you told everyone in the audience, you have it on tape, Mr. Hilder, but you, no, I don't have a bullet hole in my chest. You are diverse, manipulating liars. That's what you are.
I was talking to Len. I told Len at one time that I had been shot, and I had been shot right below the heart. I have a bullet that is inside me, but I was not, I don't know who the hell you think I was shot by. I don't know exactly who I was shot by. They didn't give me any identification other than the bullet that they left in my side.
You're not making any sense, Mr. Hilder. Sorry, you're hanging yourself right now with your.
Then a loony toony like you doesn't understand what sensible conversation is.
You know, Sherry Kane doesn't claim to have a bullet hole anywhere in her body, nor does she claim what your friends are claiming, that she's an MI6 agent somehow infiltrated on behalf of Zionism. That's rude, Mr. Hilder, to make things like that up and to change your own stories.
I didn't say that Sherry Kane was an MI6 agent. I don't even know whether she's a Mossad agent.
Yeah, but you made those claims on the video. You made those claims. Yes, you inferred all of that because exactly the counterintelligence propaganda that's been trying to discredit Sherry Kane, who literally has done more to expose the truth in what's happening in the infiltrations in the truth movements and the holistic healing movement, and all of the movements that we, the people, could advance for our own freedom. You and your colleagues discredit yourself just like you have done on this program today. For any reasonably intelligent listener, you have discredited yourself, and that is part of COINTELPRO, where everything gets discredited. Everything and everyone gets discredited under this operation.
And so nobody knows what to believe, and everybody's confused, and it's also
you don't seem to speak alone. You seem to speak with a woman. You're always
a woman. You're misogynist. I forgot. You did admit that on tape as well at the conspiracy conference. That's what you like to hit with. You're speaking with a women.
Yeah,
women are lower.
Anybody
same old. Divide the sheep the cock to the flock. Separate men from women now, Anthony. Very good.
Understands that there's two people speaking.
I'm a woman. You like to speak as a woman.
No,
why do you like to bring gender into this? What is your problem? What is your problem with women? You hate your mother that much. It's such a problem with women.
Now, one is Sherry Kane, and one is Dr. Lynn Horowitz. I'm speaking alone. I intended to go on this show to speak about the criminal cabal that operates through the skull and bones.
That's what we're talking about.
Going from...
So then why don't we do that? Listen, guys, let me mediate this a little bit. Why don't we...
Lynn, you're talking with a woman. She talks one moment, then you talk. It's like a tag team.
Woman. You're talking with a woman. It's not another person. It's a woman. Why are you such a misogynist? Where did you learn how to...
You complained just a moment ago because I called you a person.
Okay, wait.
You complained because I called you a woman.
You always like to put me down for being a woman.
Listen, you're a liar.
You admitted it. You admitted you're a misogynist. We have it on tape. But
you don't have a damn thing on tape that you...
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
Yes,
we do. I swear to God we have that.
I was a member of the Central Intelligence Agency. You don't... I will bet you any amount of money.
Okay.
That you do not have a tape of me telling you or anybody else on the planet Earth that I was a member of the Central.
I have it on tape that you're diverting.
You're diverting. We have on tape that you claimed that you were a sexist. You admitted it in front of the conspiracy conference people. And it's on tape.
Are you going to deny that, Mr. Hilder?
Deny what?
That you are a misogynist and you said it on tape at the conspiracy conference.
What do you consider a misogynist?
I said, did you not admit to being a misogynist at the conspiracy conference? Did you not admit to it?
Misogynist is a sexist. Somebody who looks down on women. Like a chauvinist.
I wanted to get her opinion. Maybe I can get her opinion. If she asks me a question, maybe I can get...
I asked you a question.
Maybe I can give an answer before you answer for her.
I asked you on the panel, I said to you, Mr. Hilder...
Am I a sexist? Probably. Probably.
Okay,
probably I'm a sexist, sure. I think most men are sexist in their conversation.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you a sexist, Howard? Can you answer? You're the person that's running this show. Are you a sexist? Because he claims that most men are sexist.
Quite frankly, I don't seem to be. I'm just, I'm trying to put some clarity into what we should be talking about here, and you guys just seem to be bickering back and forth and over these issues.
I think that people should know. Are you a sexist? Because he's claiming that most people are sexist. Most men are sexist. Are you one?
No, but you see, listen. Again, this is, what you're actually doing and calling about is reminiscent of what you're supposedly accusing Mr. Hilder of. So, the way I look at it is all we've done for 45 minutes here is you attack Mr. Hilder and he's defending himself and then calling you a liar, so he's attacking you, and we're here to talk about the Illuminati and the real controllers and getting the truth out. So if you ask anything, to me, it seems like a big distraction to what we were originally intended to do here. So why don't we
talk about?
Why don't we do that? Why don't we talk about what we were talking about, civil? And listen, you might, because I don't know how to put this other than getting the information out that we're here to get out. And the reason I do this and I spend my time doing this is the same reason Mr. Hilder and the same reason you do it. It's not supposedly for freedom, right? For liberty, for truth, okay? And to expose the criminal cartel that has hijacked our government, right? That's what we're here to do. Okay.
Let me just say with one stipulation.
And the poison in the foods and the poison in the vaccines.
Howard, can I please just make this one stipulation?
Sure.
I agree.
Okay.
But here's the stipulation: that we do it professionally, as though we were in a court of law, because we're in a court of public opinion, and we should be we should have the material evidence to support what it is that we're making claims about. And the fact is that this is the problem with the discrediting that has gone on in our industry. And if we can't even on this phone call come to understand that the people that we rely on as leaders, such as Mr. Hilder, to have him absolutely be certain that what he says is the truth, then we don't have anything but confusion, which is the reason for COINTELPRO and the reason why we, the people, have been completely undermined.
Lynn, at one time I considered you a friend or friendly.
You said that, Mr. Hilder. What else?
You've made statements about me that are completely, and about Ted Gunderson and about my friend Alex Jones, that are completely false. And obviously you're doing that for a reason.
I have everything I said about Alex Jones documented.
Please, guys, give each other time to talk.
Shot at it. Are you now, or have you ever been, working for the Mossad? And you say,
actually, no. No, it's a funny question, because anyone who studies my work over many, many years can see the uniqueness in which I have delivered scientific facts. And that's what I do, because I have 36 scientific peer-reviewed publications to my credit, and in science. If you want to defend yourself and not be discredited, then you have to have the material evidence, you have to have the scientific research reports to prove what it is that you're saying.
I don't have to defend myself. I don't have to defend myself because I'm not guilty of anything.
Well, you looked pretty guilty when you made that video of me.
You have worked with and work with now, so far as I know, Ivy West. She was at your booth.
Anthony.
Ivy's with a massive Zionist organization.
Again, I would like to believe that, and it may be true, honestly. It may be true. I don't know, because, you know what, I've been hoodwinked by a lot of people, including you and Mr. Gunderson.